recipients do you all have this year?
This year we have 4 scholarship recipients. I know we're going to have 2 here, but in the past we've given out over 20 scholarships with over $40,000 worth of scholarships over the years.
And people don't realize, I mean, like, people need that money. It's really important.
Absolutely. College is going up, tuition is up, books is up, housing is up. I understand at a real level what that looks like. So we're giving out scholarship $500,000, but that helps with books, that helps with food. So every little bit helps when you go to college.
All right. Can I just call you Prez?
I'll take that.
Thank you so much, Prez, for joining us. All right, thank you. All right, so you can see the only remaining Juneteenth document. It is referred to as Order Number 3. That is what Union General Gordon Granger brought to Galveston on June 19th, 1865, which became known as June 9th, which became known as Juneteenth. Okay, so the order came more than 2 years after the Emancipation Proclamation. It informed all of the enslaved people who just simply did not know in Texas that they were now free. So Levi Davis was the first African-American assistant city manager in Dallas. His mission, in part, was to help educate future generations about the importance of this now federal holiday.
Made it a holiday before anyone else did, and I'm proud of that. And I'm really proud that Fort Worth, my hometown, that we've become the epicenter for Juneteenth.
Celebrating one of the most important moments in American history, so it's good to be out here and be walking with people and remembering an important day.
So this document is a part of the Juneteenth Celebration Freedom Exhibit, and it will be on display at the Hall of State at Fair Park, and it will be there through August 31st. So Ms. Opal, I'm sure you've heard that name a few times. Her vision for a national Juneteenth museum in Fort Worth is still on paper, but as our Caroline Vandergrift learned, the latest plans for the development on the city's historic South Side is becoming closer to reality.
A testament to the enduring power of hope will soon become a permanent part of Fort Worth's legacy.
It's going to be a beacon of light.
The National Juneteenth Museum will be a place to honor and celebrate the day when enslaved people in Texas learned of their freedom, 2.5 years after the Emancipation Proclamation. Juneteenth became a federal holiday in 2021, thanks to Dr. Opal Lee, a Fort Worth woman who dedicated decades of her life to raising awareness about its significance.
So it means so much to Fort Worth because our very own was a icon to make sure that this is not just a Texas thing, but this is a national freedom for all people, because none of us are free until we all are free.
Fort Worth City Council member Chris Nettles believes the museum will be a catalyst for new development in the historic Southside neighborhood.
It will bring so much traffic and growth and activity.
This is where the National Juneteenth Museum will be built once the Southside Community Center is torn down. Fort Worth City Council approved its demolition just a few months ago.
It's going to be incredible.
The museum says it will cost $70 million to build the facility, and they won't begin construction until fundraising is done.
The City of Fort Worth has committed $15 million to the National Juneteenth Museum. The state legislature has just committed to $10 million to the National Juneteenth Museum.
Paving the way for the museum to finally become a reality.
My greatest hope is that families will be able to come together from all different cultures to come to a location and understand history.
And to celebrate freedom. In Fort Worth, Caroline Vandergrift, CBS News, Texas.
All right, thanks a lot, Caroline. Our streaming special continues, and a party here, of course, is about to get underway. Stay with us. Don't you go anywhere. I think that's a little Rick James. Come on back. Welcome back to our streaming special from Arlington, where there is a full Juneteenth party going on here. You know, as we honor Juneteenth, it gives us an opportunity to not only reflect on freedom, but also on family history. Some of them almost lost to slavery. So last year we introduced you to a North Texas woman who uncovered her family's roots and traced it back to her lineage over 200 years. Well, this year, our Nicole Nielsen sits down with her again as she continues that journey of trying to meet even more distant relatives.
She was born near Memphis, Tennessee, and was owned by a slaveholder.
Jacqueline Ford always knew there was power in her bloodline, but it wasn't until she came across an article in the Henderson Library that she became the family historian.
I would be like the great-great-great-granddaughter.
She discovered she's a descendant of Mary Humphreys, a woman born into slavery in 1805 in Memphis, auctioned off and brought to Tatum, Texas until Juneteenth of 1865 when she learned she was free. Since then, Jacqueline has made it her mission to uncover as much as she can about her family's past.
Love on your descendants, love on your family.
Family lore says Mary lived to 125 years old, had 6 children, and left behind hundreds of descendants across Texas. Last year, more than 100 of them gathered in Arlington for their first ever family reunion. It's where Jacqueline met Ingrid Williams.
We're cousins because my great-grandfather and her, I believe, great-grandmother were siblings.
Their connection was confirmed through family records, shared stories, and photos.
But to also pass the baton and make sure that our younger relatives keep that going because it's very important for us.
The baton was passed to the youngest attendees, some just 4 and 5 years old.
Our oldest is 101. She lives in D.C.
And to them, that's what Juneteenth is all about. Not just freedom, but legacy, and the chance to be reminded that no matter the past, the future is ours to shape.
Some people want to celebrate because it's a holiday. I want to celebrate it because it was the life that was lived.
In Fort Worth, Nicole Nielsen, CBS News, Texas.
Thank you so much, Nicole. You know, it has been a blast, and we are just getting started, or they're just getting started. 2,000 to 3,000 people expected here. 4th year Phi Beta Sigma has put this on with Levitt Pavilion. And of course, we are so thrilled at CBS News Texas to be a part of this. This is a blast. I'm hearing some of my oldies, some of my favorite songs. Do you hear that? That's Bobby Brown from back in the day. I heard Rick James, Shaka Khan. They've got food out here. Got some AC. Lots of people are going to line the lawn here. And on the stage is where it's all going to be happening right there. A party like none other right here in Arlington. Thank you.